we have a lot of games to discuss today that I'm just realizing are not on my list here because they were random dropped, so hopefully I can remember them all.
Yeah, I think I wrote most of mine down.
Yeah, well, you write notes. I don't.
Yeah, I started doing that.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. I keep a notebook on hand at all times.
But then I can't read them.
Well, that too. I keep a notebook on hand at all times for all events. Don't keep a pen on hand.
This is like my Super Bowl notebooks right here for conventions.
Yeah.
It's like all the interviews and stuff for in this.
Well, that's my Cerberus datapad one as well, but I don't keep a pen.
I almost panicked when I lost this. Well, I thought I lost this before.
Yeah. Well, it's like some memories.
There are memories in there.
Yeah, I know. All right, so we're doing, this is the final one. Day 4, PAX West. And,
look, I got PAX East notes.
And
Greg Miller's interview. That's from like first RTX we went to, where I went to.
Wow, shit. Okay, that's your con-cal history right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Sean Pitts interview.
Yeah, I don't know why I started writing from the backside of it, but anyways.
I don't know, Jewish?
Probably.
You're working for a Jewish company.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Okay, I think I did this for like certain notes, and never mind, let's get going.
So PAX West Day 4. Obviously, we're exhausted because we were exhausted on Day 1.
Yeah.
We're filming back in our friend Jenny and Barry's house, who were lovely enough to let us stay with them during this event. And yeah, so Day 4 was kind of our chill day. Like, we didn't bring camera equipment. We just brought the microphone in case of impromptu interviews.
Yeah, even though we actually totally planned to film this at the convention center, I didn't realize.
No. This morning, I consciously knew we weren't filming this at the convention center, but by the time we got to the end of the day, I'd forgotten that.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting the room and everything. Like, wait a second.
We don't have a camera. We have all the microphone stuff, so hey, this works out well. That being said, and I was really excited because we were going to record it earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
we had energy.
I had pretty good energy, actually. For a while there, for a long time, I've discussed that I've been excited about from, I think it's Dead Crow Studios, or at least 11-Bit Studios is the publisher. I think Dead Crow... You know what? I'm screwing this one up. 11-Bit Studios is publishing Beat Cop, and I've been excited for a while now. And a lot of times I get excited about a game, it doesn't live up to hype. Today I got to play it for a demo that was flat out told plays. You play for 3 days. It could be anywhere from around 30 minutes long. But most people have been playing it that long, but don't feel required to. Yeah, I got engrossed so much so, and that game was like ridiculously fun to me. Like, I was absolutely engrossed. Play the entire demo. I cannot wait to play more of it again. It's got a story. You're a disgraced cop, and it's set in the 1980s. And yeah, and then part of it is you're a beat cop, so you're giving tickets on cars. And like tickets could be like things like parking violations or checking the tires, or I think it goes further than that based on the menu, but that was about as far as the PAX demo went. Mm-hmm. But you're also doing that while you have to like stop crime, random shoplifting crimes and stuff like that, and you also have to go place to place. And pretty much the clock is always running. Even if you have your notebook open, the clock is running. The only time it stops is when you're having a conversation. But you also have to eat, otherwise your stamina starts degrading, and it's just like it's a real life cop simulator. It appeals to me in the same way this is the police.
I don't know you had to like maintain yourself.
Only like the stamina thing. Like I don't think you're not gonna die or anything like that. But like I didn't eat for the whole day, and it was like the day ends at like 6 p.m. and it was like 3 p.m. and he started like and Jack Kelly, the character, started complaining like, "Oh, I'm hungry," kind of stuff, and I noticed that I couldn't run as fast anymore, and I was noticing that like I would tire out quicker. So I think it affects your stamina. But I don't think it's anything else other than that. But you also have to like maintain you have reputation with like the mafia and the people and all this other stuff. And it looks like it's gonna have like a fun little meta game almost to it. While I played that,
first we stopped by Diglick Studios. Diglick?
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, so we had a little bit of an issue this morning trying to get there. That our Uber driver got lost. Getting here was supposed to be 10 minutes until they arrived here.
Shout out to the empty Corona bottle he has stashed in the like
Yeah.
back seat that you decided not to clean out.
Exactly. And it was about 30 minutes.
We actually had to do like a cab for hire.
We had
so
to
it
do
wasn't actual.
the Uber for hire cab system, which I do not recommend.
No, do not.
At all. I still think it was cheaper than getting an actual cab, but I do not recommend it all the same. But that being said, you got there late, so we had to cancel our first appointment, which was with a game called Halcyon 6, which sadly did not get the checkout because it looked cool, but hopefully I'll be able to do some content from home for it. It was the only appointment we had to cancel. Mm-hmm. I'm actually really proud of that.
Yeah, we were like good. So we attained like 98% success rate.
I'd say that. But for a two-man team, I'm actually
we hit a lot.
We hit a lot. So, anyways, we'll get to that if we do a full overview. But, anyways,
but I got to say,
Daedalic Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, the reason I went there, like I look at the back of the PAX like information book, and I saw like a cool little ninja on there. I'm like, I want to see this game with the cool little ninja in it. Yep. So I want to go see it. Shadow Tactics. It's like a top-down Tenchu or Commandos with ninjas.
And I'm just gonna tell you right now, if that means nothing to you, Justin's didn't shut up about Tenchu for pretty much the first 5 years of our friendship.
Yeah, man.
And I don't think he'd even played it in that period of time.
Point is, it's a good ninja game.
I know. You were fucking obsessed with it.
I like it. You like drop down. You got to hide bodies. Again, it's all like asymmetric view. And you actually control like multiple ones around the map too. So like you get one try to like sneak up, take down guys, and you get like drag them to the bushes to hide them. And then like when you got all you can, you have to get to your other ninja that's on the other side. Sorry, I have to just take stuff out. I'm sorry, one's a man, one's a woman, so he and she. That doesn't matter. But anyways, it's just an awesome game. I don't think I didn't bother to ask. There's like a cooperative thing to this. Did I?
No, you didn't ask for the cooperative. We came up with an idea of how to play the game cooperatively.
Yeah, but it's like you do control each unit individually. It's all in real time. It's not like turn-based strategy or anything like that.
It's all in real time. There's you have a move that let you see like the cones,
yep.
The vision cones of them. And
one thing I like about them, they appreciate stealth gameplays because they added a quick save button for the controller.
Yes. Which was a pretty awesome thing. So they get that you're going to screw up, and most people don't want to get into a
he
fight
pointed
situation.
out, like, he's like, in your most important button, quick save. And when you pause it, like, there's like little quick save slots, so you can like instantly pick it if you got to reload it. Which is,
they definitely have appreciation of how the stealth genre should work well with the stealth ninja genre at the very least. I mean, look, I'm not usually into that kind of game, and even it got me wanting to play it.
Like, I'm really excited.
Like for if he gets a Steam key, I'm totally playing it on his account.
There's some other stuff like they have like this space game that you try all different galaxies, different planets. It's kind of like a side scroller, No Man's Sky. Almost, I don't want to say that's kind of crude, but
it definitely spoke to me. Like it spoke to me as a combination of FTL and No Man's Sky and visual aspects.
Yeah, and then the one that like just caught my attention by description, a roguelike train game.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to look at that. I actually meant to go back up there and look at it. And when I got up there was a freaking line like 5 deep, like surrounding this machine. So I don't know what the hell that game is. But Daedalic Entertainment, we're gonna be talking to you.
Yeah, and check them out. They got a lot of cool stuff they had at PAX.
Yeah, them in a Calypso.
Yeah, I think I like everything because while I was playing Ninja Game, guys played the space game beside me. Like I couldn't concentrate.
There was a lot going on, and I just love the fact that all the developers for the different games from them were just playing each other's games.
Yeah, they were. Like that's how much they're into their games. The developers were sit there like entranced in their own games.
Yeah, and then in each other's games as well. Like they were just like shifting side to side. It was really funny to watch because at that early hour.
I was like, oh man, you want to play?
Yep.
Sorry,
they'd forgot that there were like fans and media and stuff. Like all these things wanting to play their games because they got caught up.
So skipping back to when you did Beat Cop, I went back over to what did it called?
I mean, Dan Edelman's. Which we had spoken of Mages of Australia yesterday.
Yeah, and while we did that, he talked to me about Chasm. Chasm. No, Chasm.
It's 100% Chasm. I know it's Chasm. It's Chasm. Though you've been calling it Chasm all day, and I have not been correcting you.
I've been tired all day. Which is like he mentioned it to us. It's like it's a Metroidvania type game. He describes it as more Vania than Metroid. So I was interested. So I went to go check that out, and it's very much a Metroid style or Metroidvania type game, and it is more Vania than it is Metroid.
That's a bigger drop than I thought it was going to be.
It is. It was. But what I mean by that, like when I was playing it, like I immediately got I felt like something new tonight. Yeah. My only issue with it is, like, for a game like that, the sprite for the character's too big.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it's very something united. It's like how the menus look when you load it up, how you get weapons. But then like you fight a boss, and then after that, there's a power up, kind of like Metroid. You would pick up in a Metroid game. So it's very much Metroidvania, with more Vania than Metroid. That's like it's hard to explain.
Okay,
other than that,
sounds interesting.
I know I shouldn't play it, or reason why great game. It's just I haven't finished Song of the Deep. I haven't finished Axiom Verge. I haven't finished Headlander.
Yeah, you're playing way too many Metroidvania games at once.
Yeah, now this is like I want it. It's good.
Didn't we look at another like Metroidvania game during this weekend? I'm just blanking right now.
I think so. I don't remember what it was, though.
I'm blanking. Go watch our other videos. We probably talked about it. Okay. Before we did Beat Cop, because we got there a little early, we checked out. I know. Do you have? Please tell me you have the name of the game written out there.
Which game?
The Valhalla game. Apologies to Monster Couch. We don't have your game's name written down offhand. Justin's gonna look it up really quickly.
I'm gonna try to.
But in any case, this is a game. So it was a beat 'em up game where you play as a Valkyrie, and which is look into Norse mythology.
I want to say beat 'em up, but think more Castle Crashers.
Yes, definitely Castle Crashers as far as combat goes, and with roguelite properties. And essentially what I mean by that is you are a Valkyrie. You pick a gravestone. Each gravestone is consistent of a specific type of Viking, and each, there's a sword and board one, a like kind of berserk, like 2-axe handle, axe is one, and then I guess an archer as well. And each, tombstone corresponds, and you play as that character until they die. And then your Valkyrie, like, going around. The Valkyrie can be damaged, so you have to then get back into another body, and you rinse and repeat. The longer your Viking stays alive, like, the more ornate his helmet gets, turning into an actual Viking helm. When your Valkyrie dies, you can actually then upgrade her, and then start the whole process over, which is the roguelite component, essentially. And Justin
can't find it.
Yeah, Justin got to play it.
I keep finding a list of couch co-op games.
My apologies to Monster Couch for not knowing it offhand. As we've said about these videos, these are our unprepared videos. We are going to do more focused videos and more and an overview video where we will have more thorough notes. These are just
This is our fresh reaction.
This is our fresh reaction thing, and our fresh reaction is I'm terrible at remembering names because I don't take notes. See?
Okay, now I got to actually pictures of actual Monster Couchers.
Whatever you're into. But that being said, the game was fun. It was fun to watch as well. Something definitely I'd say keep an eye out for. I then went over and played Riverbond, which I don't know how I feel about, in all honesty. It's kind of like Zelda, like classic Zelda, meets Minecraft. Everything's voxel-based environments. You can literally destroy everything. And it's going to have a full story as well. It's 4-player, drop and drop. I don't know drop out, but drop in co-op, and it's really hard to describe. You can switch between a gun and that fires like little squares and sword, and the combat was fun. It felt very like demolishing the environment was actually a lot of fun. It just felt like it was missing something to me. Like I feel like it'd be a good, like you're playing with yourself and 3 friends kind of thing. I don't see what that game being a 1-player game. I think it is required to be a party game, even maybe once the story gets added. But it was still fun, and I actually do want to see more development on it.
Okay.
And I'd recommend people keeping an eye on it. Again, it's still it's like many games we saw in the areas. It was pretty early on. It was in the PAX Rising section.
Gotcha.
For reference, you tried out...
well, actually, let's fall back for a second. The game was called Die for Valhalla from Monster Couch.
Wait, what was it?
Die for Valhalla.
Die for Valhalla, okay. That makes sense in the sense of what the type of game is. So Die for Valhalla was the previous Viking game we mentioned. So I mentioned it a few times just so it's clear.
So what I checked out while you're doing that...
Well, doing Riverbond, you went up to Mecha Zoo.
Yes.
So Mecha Zoo was a game that looked really cool in the trailers. So what I did this really smart thing when I booked our appointments, where I booked at the exact same time, co-op games. In completely different areas of the fucking place. Because that's what I do. And, so Mecha Zoo is a co-opable game.
It's co-opable. They're co-op. Well, first let me explain what it is. It's a platformer. I would say it's more in the spirit of Donkey Kong Country more than anything else I've seen, but you see hints of Sonic, hints of everything else in there. They kind of don't like that comparison. It's hard to use it. And why I say that is, like, basically you get these different animals. You start off with an armadillo, and he gets like a roll mechanic, and then you'll come up against a hill that you can like charge up the roll and charge up for.
Sure.
So that's where people kind of go like it's Sonic like, but as he explained to me, it's more Metroid Prime like with a morph ball that it actually takes momentum.
Okay.
Back and forth. Next one you get is a frog, and the frog like uses his tongue like hook on, swing around, and of course it'll latch on enemies as well. But like how this works is you play one armadillo, and then like while you're going through, like say a part comes where you got to swing,
Yeah.
and then you like switch to the frog. And there's one button to like quickly switch to him.
Okay.
So you go, you like switch to the frog, swing, switch back to armadillo, roll in the hill, stuff like that. I think the third one animal I got was a kangaroo that it literally bounces all the time. You're standing still, it bounces. But that's how it like explained it to me too. It's hard to explain a platform like this. Like I have to say, go look it up. It played really smooth.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend looking into it because the trailers for it looked awesome.
Oh, it's definitely awesome. For games that do 2.5D and people are kind of iffy on it, it does 2.5D well.
Okay.
I don't know why it's so hard to explain such a game. Well, other than platform, very smooth platformer. Works fairly well. I could definitely see where a speedrunner community can pick this up because there's like a lot of cool things you could do with switching with the monsters and how you navigate the level. Like, there's not one way to do it. Stop drawing on my face.
It's going up. It's going up like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Over here, I'm trying. We didn't not do enough Instagram content, so I'm now just recording
No,
random
we're starting.
shit. Yeah, Instagram. Look up constantly calibrating. You'll see the random shit I'm posting.
So that was Mecha 2.
Yeah, I'm completely sabotaging this video.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah. So Mecha, I really do want to check that out.
After that, we kind of just got some roam time.
Yeah, we ended up a lot of these appointments. Like for me, like Riverbond ended well. I started like 20 minutes before, so it just ended super quickly. Like all my appointments actually, I just showed up early and was able to get done. So like I did a lot of free roam stuff. I ended up going and checking out a game from Dream Loop Games, which had a very long, intense name, but it was side-scrolling. Ship-based beat-em-up thing. Like I know, like I can't describe it. This is not a negative thing. Steve, one of the developers, Steve, showed me it, and it was fun and frenetic. It would be the best way to describe it. I was playing this guy who was like teleporting all around. Like you can like fire weapons. You get to like choose whatever weapons you want, the type of character you want. Which my guy was like, teleporting all around, and then, but you also have like swords, and it was just odd. Like it was just like this odd, really frenetic thing, and I had fun. I really despised the people I was playing with. It's a 4-player game, and I was playing with 2 other people, and just like were unpleasant, like emotional auras. Like, the best way I could describe it. So like it was just a weird experience for me, but yeah, I did that, and then I'm trying to think what. Did I play anything else upstairs?
I'll let you think about that. While I was downstairs, I actually tried Dead Rising 4. It's Dead Rising. Really don't have much else to say to that.
That's not enough time to think about it. Tell me about the camera.
No, Dead Rising 4, though, it's Dead Rising, but in a good way. It definitely feels better than 3 did. And your Frank West, again, as we know. Photo mode is back, which I love. And undoubtedly, photo mode is back. It's just selfie mode of it too. And I think I like about the selfie mode because he is using like a full photographer camera. Yeah. So like you actually like see it like bounce a bit, like he's trying to get in position, and you just see his head pop into the side. So like you feel him
actually made it make sense.
Yes,
like
it's not like it just flips and like it's on the back. No, he gets in front of it while he's holding it.
There's actually there's a physics involved to it essentially.
Yeah, it takes time. So you get more points for it, but it like you have to have time to pull it off.
I mean, literally, then the only reason I'm interested in this game is to take selfies of zombies. Like, that's literally the
I love that you brought it back, but I mean, it's Dead Rising, but in a very good way.
Okay.
So that's about all I got for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I saw some other stuff. Well, actually, no, I did. I went and looked at some of the Versus Evil games.
Okay.
Checked out Anti-Hero. I didn't get to play it. I watched someone else play it, and it's kind of like a board game kind of thing. It's still really early on. Like I think they're pre-alpha right now.
Okay.
But it's like you run a thieves guild, and it's very board game style, and you're trying to just like make more money and take over more territory faster than the other thieves guild, and you have just different characters. Hoping to check out that soon. And then there was Let Them Come. And what it is it's you're like a Space Marine kind of style guy. You're behind a barricade with your last gun, and the aliens are just all swarming you. And it's just side scrolls, and they just come at you, and it's just a continuous wave system.
Okay.
There's actually story mode and boss mode and stuff like that, but that's just kind of how it works. And you get more weapons, you get more upgrades and stuff, and every time you die, you get more. And you can continue building your character and building your repertoire of stuff. And it has a Steam... they just announced it has streaming integration. You twittering? It has no worries. It has streaming integrations, so your stream could help or troll you. So they could give you upgrades, or they can give you remove upgrades, I believe is what I said. And then they could also send in worse monsters after you.
That reminded me of something I forgot about Mechas. We'll give it that in a second.
No worries. We'll say that for now.
Yeah, by the way, you co-op in Mechazoo, like, it's only one character on the screen. Basically, like, you kind of switch out who's controlling. Mm-hmm. You can manually do that.
Okay.
So it's one of those games you try to work together, but I guess, like, if someone's not getting, it's like, oh, just switch the controls without having to pass a controller.
I mean, that's
sounded
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, no, that was...
I didn't get to see it in action, though. Actually, I didn't see a station that was set up for it in action. I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong. So you were doing that. I did Dead Rising 4. Was there anything else?
No, I think I looked at a couple of things. Dan from Blue Mammoth Games challenged myself and two other random people to Brawlhalla, and obviously destroyed us.
By the way, Ska Dance Master.
We've discussed this before. No, like I looked around a lot more, but I don't think I played anything else. So the next thing we did was Death Squared.
Oh yes, Death Squared.
Which, seriously, like, it was ridiculously fun. So, 2-player or 4-player.
And it's especially 2 to 4-player. Like, it's definitely not a single player.
Yeah. No, there is a single player.
Okay.
There is a single player, but what they had on the show floor was 2 and 4-player. To be clear, it's not 2.
Oh, that's right. You said it was going to be like a story mode.
There's going to be a 2-player story mode and a single-player story mode. 2-player story mode is definite. I believe he said single-player story mode as well. Okay. The way single-player works is it's still the 2 blocks, but you control one block with the left thumbstick and the other block with the right thumbstick.
Ooh, okay. So we got to explain the rest of the game now.
So the way the game works is you're playing as a block, and again, two blocks or 4 blocks. And
we got to play both, actually, with a 4 group and just us.
Yeah, pretty much. And you have to navigate around these levels, and you kind of all the blocks do is roll. Actually shimmy, sorry, more accurately. They shimmy, and the idea is, get the green block to the green platform, the blue block to the blue platform, but sometimes there's barricades that only blue can pass through, which is also floors only blue can pass through, and whatever your color happens to be. There's lasers that are perfectly safe if they touch your same color, but will kill anyone else. There are spikes to do the exact same thing. So it's all about working in cooperation.
Well, with that, too, like, there's actually aspects of the levels that will change as one of the blocks move. Mm-hmm. And you kind of got, like, you still have to get everybody to move or no one's blocking each other, or when you kill it, like, when you screw up or fall off the platform, like, you're gone, or a spike hits you.
Yeah, it just resets.
So, like, you have to think as, like, how do I get this block over there, that block over there, block over there, with the obstacles that are in my way, and obstacles we're causing by moving.
And it's one of those things, like, we're playing with complete strangers, and, like, I was making so many mistakes at one point. Like, I screwed this up, like, 5 times in a row back to back, and everyone's cracking up laughing. Like, nobody's, like, that's the thing.
No one's mad at each other.
The game is actually fun. So, like, but it's fun in a way that, like, you screw up and you're just cracking up laughing. You don't get mad at the other people. I mean, maybe in other situations, certainly it's possible, but it was just, like, a lot of fun. And solving the puzzles felt like actually accomplished.
Yeah.
When I solved one,
Definitely. Like, it was like, okay, that's like the last 2-player we did. That took a
the last
moment.
I think we seriously did. It was like, I think 5 levels. We did the first 4. In that, I think it was 7 levels, because I think I saw it said randomized. They randomized like 30 or so levels for every time you stepped up, and I think we did like the first 6 levels in like 4 minutes, and then the last level took 6 minutes. Like, it just we could not get through. We just kept making mistakes, but it never stopped being.
Or we
fun.
saw how to do it, but we started making the mistakes we made at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. You regress, and it was at no point that it stopped being fun, and that's like the best thing I can say about it. Is it was just an thoroughly enjoyable experience, and like I just want to get my hands on it more.
And the whole reason why the game is made, like they wanted to make a game like he could play with his wife, and
yeah, the original developer of the game wanted something. He's like, I want to play something with my wife. She wasn't a gamer, and he's trying to come up with something, and it was like something that was both casual and easy, but also complicated. And I guess the final build when it comes out next year is gonna have like 200 levels.
Yes.
And they, much like the Cloudberry Kingdom formula, it's just gonna get ridiculously difficult. We have a little demo pack that we're going to try streaming or doing a Let's Play or something with. And it has like 30 levels, but they're like not the first 30. There's like the first level and then the 5th level and then the 100th level and like stuff like that. So we'll get a nice little slice of how the game works. But again, just like loads of fun.
It was like it. By the way, their ground was not fun.
No,
that thing hurt my feet.
They put down like a soft, a quote unquote soft place to stand, you know, because I knew people would be staying playing their games. It was not comfortable. They didn't.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I feel bad for them because it hurt the hell out. I had like fatigue within the 20 minutes we stood there.
But game itself awesome.
Yeah, game itself was awesome.
We actually I don't want to talk about the Adult Swim part yet.
Okay.
Because there's something we were trying to get to all day and we just didn't, which was Star Trek. The VR experience.
We tried to get the Star Trek VR all day today and a good portion of the end of yesterday.
But what I did get is some information I didn't know about, purely because I never went out to look for it.
Yeah, so this actually
and I don't know if it's actually out there.
I don't know if it's out there, but I guess Star Trek VR is all 3 VR headsets.
It will be on all 3 VR headsets, being Oculus.
All major ones.
All major ones. You know, Oculus 5 and even PSVR.
Yeah.
That part surprised me. They're treating this like a full game. Like, it's not just a little gimmick thing that is cool to show off at E3 with LeVar Burton talking.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it's not like they really made it seem like it was this like kind of gimmicky little like theatrical kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I guess it is really a full-fledged game.
Yeah, and the game actually takes place in the Abrams universe. I think that part we knew.
Yeah, we knew it was in the Kelvin universe.
And you're just a captain in that universe. Not on the Enterprise. But you got your own ship and crew.
Well, you're a captain.
Well, someone's a captain.
Someone's a captain. One of the players is a captain. And another player's a tactical officer, and another player's a science, whatever the stations are.
I just saw something real bad about Guns of the Icarus thing.
What about it?
Tell me that you weren't getting a Zulu vibe, not because of his accent, but how he was talking to us and he wasn't piloting the ship.
A little bit, yeah.
He had a really well pronounced voice.
Yeah.
And just because of that, that's all. But
I get you. No,
anyways,
I get that too. I'm thinking.
Go back to Star Trek. Not only that, there's single player. There's going to be a single player campaign. There's actually is going to be a campaign as well on top of that. Mm-hmm. So it's not something like everybody looked at us like that's just not practical. Getting 5 VR headsets in one room. That's the other part too. 1, you can play single player. 2, there's going to be matchmaking. It's going to be online.
Oh really? Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy about it. It's like, yep, definitely online matchmaking. They know that's not a practical thing, and there's no way it's going to sell like that. So they are doing online matchmaking for getting other people in your crew. And that part I didn't know about. Same thing about the single player stuff. Didn't know about that either. Didn't know about they're planning to do day 1 on all 3 of them too. It's not like
this is going to shut off in a minute, by the way.
Gotcha. But that's all I have about that. Like, I didn't know about it. I might actually want to put like a little, that annotation here to just get right to this part, just in case people are looking for those details.
No, it's a really cool thing. Like, I'm actually, we should just like go fix up the descriptions after we post all these and just like put the time codes in for every individual game.
Yeah, we will. We're not editing videos in a taxi and trying to upload them by leaving our laptop in a cage.
Literally, I put the laptop
kennel,
open in a dog kennel that was masquerading as a locker, and just because it was near the Wi-Fi, and that's how we uploaded stuff.
That may worked.
It worked mostly, and actually I did that for exporting a video on day 3, I think, as well.
So Adult Swim.
Yeah, well, I mean, Adult Swim, just like we already talked about Rick and Morty VR, but you got to play it, so give your quick hits. Thoughts.
Oh, it's not just Rick and Morty. It's just actually finally experiencing the vibe with it.
And you got to experience the vibe, yeah. So just like your quick thoughts.
It was an awesome experience. God, I hate that this pops so much in my mind, just because like I don't know if because Rick and Morty was good, or if it's because it's just my first experience of the vibe. Why I like it so much. Granted, it's great, by the way. It is Rick and Morty. It is like it has the humor. It is them in there. They're talking to you. Rick wants to kill you. And then like you're in the lab. You get to mess with stuff while they go away, and you cause some kind of mass havoc, possibly.
Sure.
Because you have all Rick's inventions in there. But you get to walk around everywhere. There are like it's sectioned off, but you like kind of like teleport to each section, and then you can walk around each section. And it just like it's by the guys as a job simulator, right?
Yeah, same job.
So like imagine that in a Rick's office or
Yeah.
garage
And
rather.
to be clear, one thing I didn't really mention when we discussed the other day is it's not going to be like Job Simulator, which is like going to be a task board. It's actually going to be a full-fledged game with an actual storyline and everything like that. There are going to be tasks that help push you along, but it is going to be more story-based versus Job Simulator. And like that garage that's from the people who play the demo is just a snippet.
Yes.
Of things.
But
it's just to familiarize you.
It really is engrossing. Again, I also got my glasses stuck in the...
Much like me, yeah. The Vive is definitely not great for the thick frame glasses. Let's just be blunt.
They said it had a different model, though, so I'm going to have to check that later. Anyways, like, there's a cabinet I can open up. I actually kind of, like, went down like how I would open up a cabinet to open it, and I kind of maneuver that
And
way.
the camera just turned off?
Well, there's not much visuals here. So, but, like, I opened a cabinet, threw some stuff in it. Like, I picked up a flask, and with the other hand, had to pick up the top. Do you want to try to get it back on?
I know, like literally, it cannot physically turn back on for about 5 more minutes.
Constantly calibrating.
It's just a flaw of the Canon Mark.
But you said I was like doing stuff that you didn't get experience. Like I saw a flask, I pulled the top off, the liquid started coming out, so I started filling up the glasses with liquid.
You fill up liquids. I didn't do that. Like stuff I did.
Then I threw them.
Yeah, like I drank a lot. Like I drank a lot of wine stuff. But
I drink
like the
liquid
button
too.
that essentially brings you to the end of it, I hit that almost immediately.
I was trying to resist
explored.
Yeah, because I had a feeling that was because it's so enticing to get to that button. I made that mistake when I played Batman VR. I went straight to the ending on accident.
Well, now I know better. Like I didn't think it would end the demo.
Like the thing that is trying to get your attention, don't touch it.
Yeah,
if you want to explore, that is.
Yeah, I didn't think in those sense, but we might talk about that a little more in depth in another video.
Yep. Well, I mean,
not that we can really go much more in depth, but
some more in depth things I kind of want to go to. Like you drop something in a game, it drops on the ground. You bend over to pick it up.
Yep.
Stuff like that is awesome.
I love how the Vive works, and it definitely. I mean, the Vive definitely seems like it's worth.
Then I was more engrossed because the cereal box rover was on the ground. When I stepped on something, I felt something. It was the wire, but I thought it was the box for a second.
That's pretty outside.
Not really, but I mean, it kind of brought me back in. But I picked up a mace. I threw it at Rick.
Anyways, so that being said, this was our day 4 coverage. You're just looking at a black screen now. And sadly, it's going to be the same as the day 2, the day 1 stuff. I think was the other one that went over. We're not going to really add anything into this except for I'm going to write some random shit. That being said, I hope you enjoyed our coverage the last 4 days. Stuff you have to look forward to. We have 4 interviews going up this week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some best stuff, so we're just going to pick some focus games, essentially.
Yeah.
Just discuss a little 5-minute mini things. I hope to do a full overview podcast. It's going to depend if we have time.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot's going on this week, so we're going to try to do that. And then I think that's going to be it for our PAX coverage. We're going to be playing some games in the future, and I hope to, later in September, do maybe some more interviews with some people that we didn't get to talk to or elaborate on some stuff. And then make sure to check out Constant Calibrating streaming, I think streaming this coming weekend for some potential stuff, twitch.tv/Constant Calibrating and ConstantCalibrating.com. You're watching us on youtube.com/ConCalPod. Please follow, subscribe.
All that stuff.
Let us know what you think of this content. I mean, this content, if you actually like the unfiltered, or as all the pictures have said, unfluttered, unflickered, and flopted.
That's just how unfiltered it is.
Yeah, well, we
have to fix that.
No. You screwed up the first one by accident, and I've actually purposely been doing it for the rest of them and making really bad spelling errors. In the word, I'm just keeping it up. That's literally now a thing now.
Okay.
So yeah, let us know what you thought of this content. If you actually like having this kind of thing, or if you actually would prefer more structured, we'll take we're going to take your advice into account. But that's why we're making unfiltered stuff and the structured stuff. So you have 2 options.
Yeah, let us know what you like.
But let us know what you like, though, as always. But that being said,
you can pick both.
You've had black screen for 6 minutes now. If you've lasted this long, I love you, and I want to have babies with you.
And now Josh has to think of witty things to put in those black spots.
Yeah, I got to think of some really interesting jokes, which I will be editing this in an Uber on the way to an airport, probably.
And it would be the same if you weren't.
And it would be the same otherwise. Yeah, I'm just going to, draw shit. I don't know. I bet you could sign off. So does Justin.
Bye.